Developing news this morning, the House committee investigating the Capitol attack is hitting social media companies with subpoenas. This comes after what committee members are calling inadequate responses to their voluntary requests. The subpoenas were sent to Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat, as well as Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit. And that development happening along with the arrest of Oath Keepers leader Stuart Rhodes and 10 others, including Edward Vallejo of Arizona, arrested at the FBI office in Phoenix on charges in connection to the attacks on the Capitol. And this all happening as former President Donald Trump is arriving in Phoenix for a rally in Florence tomorrow.
Yeah, and several Republican lawmakers and candidates from our state are expected to join the Save America event tomorrow at Canyon Moon Ranch. So joining us live from Washington with more on that is Gray Television Chief Political Analyst Greta Van Susteren. Greta, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Why do you suppose the former president is doing this?
Well, it's quite obvious. On January 6th, he was going to have a press conference in Mar-a-Lago to talk about January 6th, but he realized he'd be upstaged by the U.S. president and Congress doing their ceremony in the U.S. Capitol. So what he is doing is he's stealing the spotlight right now. Politicians always do that. He's going back to Arizona, which is a state that he claims that he won. It's a state where he has a lot of support among political leaders. There's a huge list of people, or not huge, but about 6 or 7 people, including MyPillow's Mike Lindell, who will be speaking, but all people who believe that the election was stolen from the president will be speaking. So he does this on Saturday night, right before a lot of the Sunday shows, so he will recapture the headlines for Sunday as everybody talks about him. So this is him sort of retaking the stage because he ceded it on January 6th to the president.
So obviously, 2022, we've got an election for governor here in the state of Arizona, and Donald Trump has endorsed one of those candidates. Given the fact that he didn't actually win in 2020 here in the state of Arizona, how relevant is that? How important is it for fundraising? And what do you think it'll ultimately mean for the candidates trying to earn at least the GOP nomination?
Well, it'll be very interesting to watch because one of the speakers is going to be the candidate he has endorsed for governor in Arizona, so we'll sort of gauge his popularity. But, it really depends on, the Arizona voters. I mean, look, right now, President Biden is a little bit on the ropes. Build Back Better is dead. The voting rights legislation probably dead. Inflation is raging, dead. So that's an issue for him. And we've got COVID as a problem. It is surging in some places. And he promised in his election, in his campaign, that he was going to give us a national plan. And we've got mixed messaging from the CDC, which because he's president overseas. So he's got a lot on his plate that's a problem. Every president does, but naturally, former President Trump is going to seize upon that. He's going to be talking a lot about how he believes that the election was stolen from him, but he's also going to point out a lot of things that he is critical of the president, and you can imagine that laundry list of things will be part of his discussion, in Arizona.
Well, Greta, thank you for your time and your insight. We appreciate it. It's going to be a huge event, and we're going to be covering it, so thank you again.